Hey, folks, as we wait for folks to get in here, I just want to thank you all for very active participation today. Great questions coming in from the audience, great answers being given by our presenters, and I think we're all learning a lot, not only about features, but some strategies that we might want to employ as we go about creating these learning environments for our members. So thanks for your participation. Keep it up. We've got 4 more demos ahead of us here, but we're getting through it together. So with that, I'm going to introduce my colleagues, Matt and Alvin, and Ivan rather, to talk about MapleLMS and do a little bit of demo of that. So guys, I'm going to go off screen and off mic. If you need me, just give me a yell. I'll be here, okay?
Thank you, Reggie. We appreciate the opportunity to be here. My name is Matt Peterson. I'm a relationship director with MapleLMS. And today, me and my colleague we're going to be presenting the MapleLMS platform to you. MapleLMS is a learning experience and certification assessment platform. It's in a highly secured cloud-based white label LMS, and it'll scale to fit different sizes of professional organizations, ranging from nonprofits to member benefit associations, certifying bodies, and professional regulatory bodies. MapleLMS is driven by AI-powered technology to promote continuing education learning paths to your members. It's a highly customizable and configurable to associations' needs and use cases, and it can provide a significant amount of non-dues revenue through e-commerce and also microsite features that we're going to showcase today. Now, MapleLMS will help you save costs and time for your staff and enhance the member experience. MapleLMS has open APIs that can be integrated with most association management systems, creating a unified experience for your users, and it also reduces redundancies and errors, as well as provides powerful reporting capabilities back into your AMS. So the two-way integration features, single sign-on capabilities, and the abilities to view such items as learner transcripts, certifications, or progress reports directly in your AMS and your membership portal. You also have the flexibility in using your storefront within your AMS to sell your courses. So we're going to quickly move ahead. Today, we're going to present MapleLMS's learner journey and experience out-of-the-box integration of MapleLMS with an association management system, or AMS, and how MapleLMS is used to conduct high-stakes certification exams. So we'll start off with going through a user journey covering e-commerce, single sign-on, the two-way data synchronization, the member experience, and then how MapleLMS writes back to your AMS records. We'll also demo the analytics, reporting, and dashboards available in your AMS membership portal, as well as our powerful content authoring tools. And then finally, we're going to finish with our powerful certification and assessment tool. And so now Avon will switch to the demo, and we want to hop right in so you can experience MapleLMS for yourself.
Right, thank you, Matt, and thank you everyone for joining this demo today. Firstly, I wanted to walk through some of the integration capabilities that MapleLMS provides with your AMS system. I'm going to use an example of a sandbox over here. The sandbox you see is basically an AMS sandbox. And what you see on my screen is an example of a storefront that you build on your sandbox. Could be any sandbox, but the use case is pretty relevant for all of them. So ideally, if we look at your learner's journey, we look at the member's journey, your members visit your website, they would navigate into different sections of your website where they can find learning content, maybe your courses, and eventually they would land up on your AMS where you have all your products listed. They would land on your storefront where they have where you have your products, your webinars, your on-demand courses, and on-demand learning content. And a user would simply go through different courses, look for relevant items, and purchase any of the items from your store. For example, if we go with this webinar, and let's add that to the order.
So here, your system of records, or AMS, will define your user roles, such as members and non-members, and the appropriate price would appear in the member portal. You can bundle your courses, price them individually, or use a subscription price.
Right. So the next steps for this user would be to complete a checkout, to complete this purchase. And there are a couple of scenarios over here. Firstly, if we see the member could either be a registered member, or it could be a non-member, a completely new user. So a couple of things can happen over here. Firstly, if it's a member, if it's an existing member, then after the purchase is completed, the member will be navigated straight into the course within MapleLMS with the help of single sign-on. That comes into the integration capabilities. And secondly, if it's a non-member, then the user would be asked to register as a member, maybe fill out a form. And once that registration process gets completed, the member gets navigated into the MapleLMS dashboard. Now that's how the single sign-on comes into play, but there are quite a few things involved into integration. And one of the key items is obviously two-way data synchronization, how the data is written back to your AMS records through the LMS. So we'll take a look at that. And for that, I'll just quickly navigate into one of the learners account in MapleLMS. Also, I'll give you a quick walkthrough of what the platform looks like, what the features are for a user, and how would a user interact into different courses. Now you're looking at my screen. On my screen, you would see this is your learner's dashboard. This is how the platform looks like, MapleLMS's learner account. And first thing that I want to highlight is that MapleLMS is a fully white labeled solution. That means the look and feel of the platform can be customized as per your branding guidelines. These include colors, logos, link colors, and much more, totally depending on how you wish to customize the look and feel of the platform. Now, when a user comes on the dashboard, they would see a list of courses that they are currently enrolled into. And if you notice, all the courses would also show some progress bar reflecting or highlighting which courses need more attention. For example, this course is just 0% complete, so that would be the first priority for your learner in a way. And some items that you would see on the right-hand side is a timeline. Now, on the timeline, a user would see any upcoming activities. These could be any webinars, maybe your monthly webinars, weekly webinars, or these could also be any course activities such as, say, surveys, assignments, or any assessments, any questionnaire. So these kind of activities would show up on the timeline. And similarly, if I scroll down, I would find a calendar. Even the calendar gives updates about upcoming events and upcoming activities to a user. So this way, your user can keep a track of your upcoming events. And obviously, email notifications are always there. But if you wish to provide some visual representation of activities of upcoming timeline, that is possible in MapleLMS. Now, if I just scroll down, I'll see a section for latest news. So any announcements or any news posted by the administrators, maybe course instructors, can be found over here. And I, as a user, can browse through different topics, look for relevant topics, relevant announcements. Similarly, I would find any badges that I've achieved. So as a learner, if I have quite a few badges, if I've achieved quite a few badges in courses, I'll see them over here as well as my profile. Now, one thing about communication between the LMS. So MapleLMS provides a way for your users to communicate with other users through an online chat. Now here on the online users section, I'll see a list of all the online users. Now these could be any administrators, these could be managers or course instructors, and I can simply initiate a one-to-one chat with a user from here. And some more items you would find on the dashboard, and I'll just quickly run through the dashboard because there are quite a few items. There's some space for private files that you get, and it's available for almost every user you have. So all users get their own private space to store any private files, could be any resources that you have provided in any of your learning courses. And there's no really limit to it. It's an unlimited storage, so they can save as many content, as many documents as required. Then I'll quickly go through the left-hand side, and you will see some quick navigation items over here. Now, these are your quick links to navigate into different categories, different catalogs, and MapleLMS provides you the ability to create a lot of categories as well as different catalogs. There could be a primary category followed by a secondary category, and that way you can create catalogs and segregate your courses. But for a user, it's fairly straightforward. Under my courses, he would see a list of all the categories that are available and will be able to navigate into these different categories. Some more options that you see on the left-hand side is custom links. So this is the area where you could include different kinds of custom links. These could be links to your maybe YouTube channels, maybe your membership pages, any websites. So different kinds of links can be added. These could also be links to your e-commerce store, and a user can navigate into your store right from here as well. So that's just a quick overview of a user account and how the user dashboard looks like. I'm quickly jumping into one of the courses here, and we'll see an example of a course. Now I'm into a course, and again, this is just one format of a course. There are many ways to set up your courses, many ways to customize your courses. But at a glimpse, if you notice, you'll find a description area where your users can see any description of the course, followed by a course progress bar. So progress bars are available both outside the course as well as inside the course. And I can also see all the activities that are available in this course. For example, there are a couple of forums, a questionnaire, and also a certificate, and a couple of events, which could be live events such as a Zoom webinar, and followed by some quizzes. Now, one thing you would notice is this resume button. So MapleLMS supports self-paced learning for your learners. So your learners can always come back to the courses and continue learning from where they left off with the help of this option. I'll just quickly scroll down, and here I would find different sections, different modules of the courses, as well as different activities. Now, courses can be set up in a way where quite a lot of conditional logic can be applied. So for example, if you wanted this user to complete all the activities in this course, and only then he should be eligible to get a certificate, that kind of setup is fully supported. It's a fairly straightforward setup where you apply some simple logics, you choose which conditions have to be added. But assuming that this user completed all the activities and is now eligible to get a certificate, let's just see what are the steps involved to get a certificate. Well, to do that, I would simply click on Get Your Certificate or Certificate of Completion. This would take me to a page where I can download a digital copy of my certificate simply by clicking on Get Your Certificate. And the system will provide me a digital copy of the certificate that's been added into this course. Now, this can also be set up in a way where these certificates can be sent out through an email, or if you prefer providing the certificate right then and there, can be enabled as well.
Now, MapleLMS has certificate templates that can be further customized with your branding, any number of CE credit hours earned, title of the course, signatures, watermarks, and much more.
Right. And also badges can be included on your certificate. So a lot of customization options available over here, and there's no really limit to it. You can have certificates for an entire course. You can also have certificates based on activities in a course, and different kinds of criteria can be created actually. So I'll quickly go back to this user's profile, and we'll look into the data that gets generated on the system. And we'll go back to the topic of two-way integration. We'll see what kind of data gets mapped with your association management system. Let me just move this below. Okay. So here, if we navigate into the user's profile, here I'll see a list of different items. This is all your user data that has been generated so far. And that would include any certificate history, any credit history, badges, as well as the courses that this user was enrolled into, any forum posts and discussions attempted by this user, as well as some more credit items. In terms of credit, there are different kinds of credits you can set up with MapleLMS, such as CEU and much more. So we do support different kinds of credits for that. And this data generated on the LMS system is actually mapped with your AMS system and goes straight into your user records. So just let's just take an example of that. I'll switch into a membership portal admin account, where I can look for this specific user under the contacts tab. And here on the profile, on the user's account, you would notice the similar data gets mapped with this profile, such as course history, credit history, their enrollment dates, course analytics, assessment analytics, and much more. Now, this is how the two-way integration comes into play. The data which gets generated on the LMS is also written back to your AMS system. Now, this data is highly useful and allows administrators to generate meaningful insights. So there are quite a few reports you can build on top of this data. For example, if we look into this dashboard, you would notice there are different analytics that can be set up on the dashboard with the help of this data. Could be your monthly revenue by courses, your yearly revenue by courses, any course enrollments, survey reports, progress reports, and much more. Also, reporting capabilities are available.
These kinds of I'm sorry, I was just going to say these kinds of reports and custom reports can be generated within the membership portal. And as you can see, it shows a comparison of monthly revenue by course enrollments, and so forth. So Avon will show you the inbuilt LMS reporting capabilities within MapleLMS.
Right, I'll switch into an admin account of MapleLMS over here, and this is where you get your control panel. Now, there are quite a few reporting capabilities available in the system. Firstly, I'll walk you through a report dashboard, which looks like this. Now, this report dashboard is a real-time dashboard. It gives you all the real-time analytics of your courses, of your enrollments, any progress bar comparisons. And MapleLMS supports more than 50 report types. So there are quite a few items you can add or remove on this dashboard as well. And many reports can be downloaded as well. So let's just go back to the dashboard. And if we go below to the control panel, over here under the reports tab, I'll see a list of different pre-configured reports that are already available within the system, such as an attendance report, maybe a course overview report, completion report, and also your user report. There are more reports you can create with the help of configurable reports. Here you can create different kinds of reports, and there's no really limit or any limitations to reporting. But I'll just quickly run through one example. So if we look at completion report by course, maybe here, on this interface, I can see a list of all the different courses that I have. And with each course, I can see a graphical representation of the data. along with the chart data. Now I can also search for different courses by their names through this search box, and I can apply different kind of filters, maybe such as only currently enrolled users, or maybe if you also wanted to include any suspended users in your reports, such kind of filters can be applied, and then you can filter out based on a date range, maybe a start date and an end date. And once you have those results, you can download these reports in different formats. We support quite a few formats, but some of the standard formats that are available are CSV, Excel, as well as a PDF document. So that's about reporting and analytics capabilities within the platform. Next item that I wanted to walk you through is some of our content authoring, or say content formats. I wanted to show you some examples of content that you can build with the help of content authoring tools we have. The tools we have allow you to create interactive learning content. And when we say interactive, let's just take an example of that. So this is a video which was imported within the system. And let's just play this video. And you'll notice that there are different interactions coming along the way. These interactions could be any information that you want to provide, could be information related to a course, or these could also be any feedback questions that you'd like to ask to your users in real time. So while they're watching the video, you can possibly add questions like, are you still watching the video? How do you rate this video? Or how do you like the content? Feedback questions like that. And there are quite a few question types available, such as single select, multiple select, also fill in the blanks question types are available. So many more options available to layer some interactions over the top of your content. And it's just not limited to a video content. There are actually more than 40 different formats you can choose from and create interactive content out of it in different ways. If I show you, this would be a list of different items, different content formats available within our content authoring tools. I'll also run you through one of the other examples, and that would be of a course presentation, because we see presentations utilized a lot in, especially in courses. So let's just take a look at that real quick.
Even we're starting to run a little low on time, so we might want to move on to a couple other features.
Sure. Let's just go to one of the most exciting features we have, and that's a microsite. Now, what microsite does is microsite allows you to sublicense your LMS platform and create unlimited micro LMS platforms or micro learning sites. And that can be utilized for your external partners, maybe your member organizations. And that's an excellent way for non-use revenue generation. And definitely, Matt, you can put some light on that topic.
Yeah, our customers really love our microsite feature. It's a significant source for non-dues revenues for their organization. It's a great way to have your chapters, partners, or your member organizations resell your educational content.
Right. So next, I quickly wanted to run you through our online exam, online assessment platform, and I'll quickly switch my screen. We're going to go through a demo, but just to give you some highlights that about this platform. This platform comes with some really powerful tools, some really powerful features such as face recognition, AI proctoring, as well as a secured browser for a controlled environment. And this platform is widely utilized for high-stakes certification exams. I'll quickly run through a demo of this platform and how the examination works. Here I have a sample exam before me. So let's jump into this exam real quick. I'll see a list of different items over here. These could be instructions that you want to provide to your participants, to your candidates for the exam. And the first step to attempt an exam is authentication. That happens through a face match. So let's just start this attempt and go with the authentication process. Okay, I may need to log out and log back in.
I do want to mention MapleLMS Online Exam has administered over 2 million exams, and the platform has identified over 10,000 cheaters. So it's a really valuable resource for remote proctoring.
Okay, let's go with face match. Right, so here on this interface, soon as my camera loads up, you'll notice that I'll have to validate myself by taking a picture that would match with my profile picture over here. And once that authentication is completed, I'll be allowed to enter the examination.
I think since you're on Zoom, Avon, you're just going to have to shut off your Zoom camera.
Oh, probably, yes.
Yeah.
Right, give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. All right. All right, so this gets started. Now let's just quickly try to authenticate, but let's see what happens if the authentication fails. So I'm going to put my hand before the camera and take a picture. And okay, that's the image which was captured by the system. And if you notice, the system has failed to validate me against my profile. In this case, I'll just have to reattempt. So I'm going to take a picture again. And there we go. We've been verified. We can return to the attempt now. And this exam would get started right away. All right, so now we are into the exam. And if you notice on the right-hand side, you could see a picture of me, which is actually a video. And this is where the AI proctoring comes into action. The system consistently monitors the candidate while the candidate is attempting the exam, and takes pictures of different instances at different intervals, which could be a possible instance of cheating. And we'll look into some of those items as well, some of those reporting as well, and what a proctor sees. So I'm going to quickly finish this attempt. And right, there we go, submit all and finish. And then I'll just quickly go back to an admin account. Here. And if we go into exam proctoring reports, we'll be able to see a list of different participants along with different instances that have been captured by the system. There we go. Exam proctoring reports. This is the exam we were attempting. And let's just click on details. Here are the users you could see who were enrolled into the exam. We were using this user. So we're going to click on details, click on show all points. And there you go. Now, here is your exam proctoring report, which shows you different instances where a possible cheating instance could be captured. Such instances are marked as a red flag. If you notice, this is the instance where a face match was failed and could possibly be a sign of cheating. Similarly, if I was attempting this exam and if I had a cell phone in my hand, if I was using a cell phone, or maybe somebody standing behind me, and things like that. So such instances get captured by the system, and it provides different flags to the proctors. And this dashboard gets updated in real time. So as long as the candidate is attempting the exam, different instances will come in, and it basically helps your proctors to identify cheating instances and then take appropriate actions accordingly. And the best part is,
I think we're just running out of time, Ava. So I just want to mention that this is really a great way to conduct high stakes exams remotely, saves resources and time, and examinees can take the exam in the comfort and safety of their home. That really is going to conclude this part of the demo. I think I answered most of the questions in the Q&A, but if you have any last minute questions, feel free to share those with us. I hope the demo was helpful for everyone. And as a special offer today, we'd like to give you an opportunity to experience MapleLMS for yourself with an exclusive free trial. So you can feel free to write me at Matt at MapleLMS, and I'd be happy to get you set up with that. And we hope you can also visit our website at MapleLMS.com.
Well, guys, thank you so much. Tried to pack a whole lot in one demo, but that's why what we do here. And folks, I'll remind you that if you wanted to leave them a note or drop your business card or set up a meeting with the folks from Maple, you can do that in the Matchbox platform as well. So again, Matt and Aiden, thank you so much for your demo, okay?
Thank you, Reggie. Appreciate being here.
Hope to see you soon.
All right.